How many of you know that the future of leadership, AI leadership, belongs to women? How many of y'all know that? How many of y'all know the future of AI leadership belongs to women? All right, all of my men out there, honey, nothing against you guys. Let's go, let's lead, let's rock. But today we're focusing on women in AI leadership. Hello, everybody. Welcome to day number 15. I am T. Renee Smith here, and we are on our 30-day countdown for the She Leads with AI book release. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Y'all have been with me for 15 days, so we are halfway through the countdown. Drop in the chat and let me know if you have been rocking with me on our videos. Let me know if it's been helpful. Also, drop in the chat and let me know if you have pre-ordered your copy. My team and I want to shout you out and tell you thank you, thank you, thank you so much for helping us to get the message of AI out there to women. So our goal in doing our countdown is really to show you how to use AI in every role of your life, where it's a woman, a wife, a mother, a sister, a friend, a CEO, a leader, any area in your life, so that we can help you to reclaim your time. Okay, we want to reduce or eliminate that burnout, that stress, and we want to help you to regain your peace, regain your sense of joy and passion and fulfillment. And who knew that AI could help you to do that? Well, I knew, and that's why I am here. All right, guys, so let's jump into day number 15, where we're going to talk about the future of AI leadership belonging to women. So, one thing that I stress whenever I'm talking about AI is that AI is a combination of human plus machine. So, it's the two of those together. So, in order to get the most power out of AI, you want to really make sure that you're focused on that human component. So, I talked about it in one of the videos, but a lot of companies that are just blindly rolling out AI, they are running into trouble or issues because they are just spending and investing money in AI, but they didn't have a proper strategy in place, an AI strategy on how they're going to use AI for their strategic priorities to incorporate it in there. And then they also did not have a whole change management plan, communications plan, etc. So when you're thinking about AI, it's still very similar to you rolling out any kind of an initiative in your organization or your small business. So it doesn't matter if your company has 3, 5 employees, or if it has hundreds of thousands of employees. The strategy is going to be different, but the method is similar. Making sure that you have that buy-in, making sure that you have a strategy for how you're going to use AI, training your team, your staff, etc. All right, so how does this relate to women in leadership? Okay, so one thing that most women leaders have is what I call those power skills, or it could even be called those often overlooked soft skills. So, those skills such as critical thinking, innovation, problem solving, empathy, curiosity, all of those skills that some people think are intangible skills, but they are very, very prevalent, and especially when you combine it with AI. So AI is so powerful at processing data. So you're putting the information in, and it's able to process large sums of data at one time, which is amazing. Now, what it needs assistance with is when you're interpreting that data, how does that data refer to your culture? How does it refer to your people? How does it refer to your lived experience? How does it refer to your vision? Or how does it work in conjunction with that? So when we hear all of the headlines that AI is going to take your jobs, AI is going to take over, there is absolutely a lane that AI is going to dominate. And so us as leaders, we have to make sure that we are up leveling our skills. A lot of the skills that we're already using now, but that we may not be placing high value on. So when you're thinking about AI, I want you to place very high value on those skills, that when you use AI and you're leveraging it with your power skills, you are unstoppable. All right. So drop in the comments unstoppable, because that is what happens when you use that AI plus those power skills, you will become unstoppable. And so when you purchase your She Leads and She Loves, not She Leads and She Loves, She Leads with AI book, I actually have a free training in there where it's talking about how to stay relevant with AI constantly changing. And one of the things in the training that I give you is the top four areas that are power skills. And so I just want to introduce those to you real quickly, and you can get all the information in the training with all the details. So the very first skill is emotional mastery. Say it with me, emotional mastery. So at this time, AI is not able to master emotions. I remember one day when I was signing in, I was like, good morning. How are you feeling? Are you ready to go? And AI was like, I don't feel. Okay, but I'm ready to tackle any task that you have. Okay, it was like, I do not feel. Now, who knows what's going to happen 2, 5, 10 years from now? Like they may create it where the robot is able to feel, kind of like how they did in iRobot. But as of today, mastering your emotions, that emotional intelligence, being able to be self-aware of your own self and regulate your own self, and then being able to be aware of your team members, your clients, and your colleagues, the emotions, and being able to properly make decisions based on data and analytics, and not get so caught up in your emotions. Because how many of y'all have made emotional decisions in your leadership and it has not turned out well, right? Maybe you were upset or you were mad about something, you made a decision, and then when you calmed down, you went back and you looked at that decision and you were like, this was not the best decision. I have had so many instances with small business clients where they were growing their business, they were scaling, and they needed additional capital. And so because they took that capital too quick without really doing the proper vetting, they made an emotional decision. It turned out that it wasn't what they wanted. It wasn't good for them. Okay, so number one, power skill, emotional mastery. Number two is strategic judgment. So understanding how to develop that big vision, and develop the strategic initiatives that are going to help you to get that vision is important. So now it works amazing with AI when you have the vision and you're able to input it into AI, and then it helps you to really lay out the strategy to achieve your vision or your goals. So again, it's what you're putting into AI. So AI is not going to be able to give you the vision that is inside of your head, right? That is your job as a leader, for your organization and for your team. So strategic judgment. The third one is vision and creativity. Vision and creativity. So one of your power human skills is your creativity, the way that your mind comes up with things, the way that you're able to process real-time information, lived experiences, to be creative, to be curious, right? So all of these things inputting into AI to give you back the result that you want. And finally, relational influence. Now, y'all, I have read a couple of articles where people have married an AI agent. Like, what? Like, it was one article I was reading. I don't remember if it was a man or a woman, but they were like, they proposed to the AI agent and they said yes, and they just cried for hours. I was like, oh my gosh, like, oh my goodness. Okay, so it is happening. It is happening, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about relationships between humans, okay? So your relational influence is extremely important because you, as a leader, you can influence, you can inspire, you can motivate, to action. As a leader, you really want to have that transformational type of component or transformational skills, so that any of your team members, right, any of your colleagues or clients that you work with, that they're better because of you, because of your relational influence. All right. So those are four power skills that when you combine those with AI, you are going to be what? Unstoppable. Okay, drop in the comments unstoppable. And so when you purchase your copy of She Leads with AI, you are going to get this free training where I go over those skills. Okay. All right, guys. So I will check in with you on tomorrow, but this was day number 15. The future of AI leadership is women. Okay. All right, guys. Thank y'all for rocking with me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.